Everybody, 7 years ago, back in 2010, just for fun I decided to do a video of frying some bologna on an Intel Celeron 1.8 GHz processor. Again, it was just for fun. I had seen a video of somebody frying eggs on the processor and frying bacon. And I was like, I never seen anybody try to do bologna, so I figured I'll give it a try. That video has become a very popular video on the internet, and of course has been the most popular video on QQ channel for many years. And the video has recently hit 1 million views. So, as sort of a thank you for all that, we're going to do a sequel. This will be episode 5 of Cooking with Intel. Happen to have some bologna in the fridge. This is the exact same motherboard used in the original Cooking with Intel episode. It's an old Intel D845 GVSR OEM board from a Knee Machines computer. That does not post, but does have a working CPU VRM. The processor that's in here today is an Intel Celeron D 2.93 GHz Prescott. It's actually a Prescott core. And we're going to see how this Prescott core can do with frying some bologna. The previous chip was a 1.8 GHz Celeron, which was the old Williamette core. Anyways, I'm sure you're ready to get started, so I'll go ahead and get started. Apply a drop of water to our processor. Well, that's a little bit extra. And we'll go ahead and apply power and heat it up, as I would say. As you can see, gonna apply some bologna. Wanting to stick to the fork. My gosh, it's actually burning to the chip. Oh yeah. Oh, it smells so good. Smells like you would frying bologna on a stove. I'm going to unplug this charger so you can hear it better. Man, look at that. And of course you can't really see the other side. This is pretty hot. Probably should have put some Pam on that thing before I started frying away. And of course, I'm going to actually eat this. Delicious. Let's see if this thing has any more life in it. Oh my gosh, yes it does. Holy cow. This thing is... Wow. And even the whole motherboard's getting really hot now. I gotta keep cutting it off. It's gonna get so freaking hot it might catch fire. Oh my gosh, this is putting the original cooking with Intel to shame. Look at that CPU, guys. Look at it. Look at the freaking thing. Oh man. It's like, look at the bologna. Jeez. Oh, that's delicious. If you're wondering about temperatures, let's see how hot this thing is. We're sitting at about 240 Fahrenheit, which is 102 Celsius. That's sitting shut off, actually. I was seeing steam or smoke rising up from here. I think it's just steam from previous cooking episodes. Because it don't smell like burning electronics at all. Alright, let's keep going at it. Man. Look at all the freaking residue on this processor. My gosh. Mind you guys, it's still shut off. It's still turned off. Alright, let's give it power. Jeez. Man, this is one durable processor. I gotta keep shutting on because it's gonna burn the bologna. The bologna keeps sticking to it. Now mind you, I did eat a couple little pieces off of this before we got started, but that's how much of the actual bologna we have left. And wow. All I can say is wow. Delicious. So when desperate times call for desperate measures, your Intel Celeron D will not let you down. Let's go ahead and put on another piece. I'm going to save the rest of the pieces that I cooked to actually eat when I get done. Whoops, that kind of went off the board. I'm not going to actually eat that piece. I'll have to save it to the side. Oh, it's hot. Whew. I was trying to flip it over. Man, this is one durable processor. Man, this thing just don't want to die. Let's plug her in. I don't think this infrared thermometer is getting quite the perfect metering point because it's not showing over 100C, which we're easily doing over 100C considering how hard it's cooking the bologna. Oh, it's steaming quite well. Alright, shut her off. Oh yeah, this one cooked real. Oh. Wow. He just don't want to die. Well, if cooking with Intel episode 4 was any indication of how tough the Prescott is. Man, look at that. Look at it. It's searing this bologna hard. Amazing. Amazing. We're down to this amount. I mean, we got plenty of bologna left in the fridge. There's steam coming off of it now. Oh wow. It's starting to burn the bologna. Pan the camera back just a little bit. That way you can possibly see the steam coming off of this. Actually, I'll zoom it in. All right. So I can get this off of here. It is like stuck to it. Good gosh. Wow. Jeez. I have to say the motherboard's awful tough too to be able to put up with this, and of course I'm keeping my finger away from that IHS because it's burning hot. Alright, let's keep going. Try to avoid it sticking. Let's get both sides of this one. Man, when it continues to fry, this long after being turned off, you know it got hot. Let's turn the heat back on for a second. See guys, the only downside to the Intel stove is there's no high, medium, and low. It's only on or off. It's like, geez, is this the Prescott that won't die? I mean, look at this. This is the Prescott that refuses to die. The Celeron 1.8 gigahertz, it quit on the first piece. This here just keeps on going and going and going. It's like the Energizer Bunny. It just keeps on going. Tell you what, guys, if you've seen the original Cooking with Intel or know somebody who has, you definitely need to share this video with them. Another well-fried piece of bologna. Well, so I can get the other side of it. The reason why I'm cutting this thing off is because it's getting so hot. Like, I'm seeing steam come up from all the way from back here. And fire is sort of a legitimate concern. Last thing I want to have is a grease fire in here in the tech room. Alright, sticking. Man. Look at that CPU, guys. Look at it. All the freaking buildup that's on it. That is amazing. That is amazing. That thing cooks very hard. So the Intel stove works very well, I have to say. That's just residual heat that was still in the IHS. I don't know if the steam is showing up on camera or the smoke showing up on camera that's come off the bologna. Yeah. Man, this is cooking with Intel on steroids. I tell you what, guys, the last Prescott I did in episode 4 when I boiled the pasta on the Pentium 4 3 gig, it got so hot to the motherboard you could smell it. Smelled like solder. So just remember, when your stove quits and you have some secondhand computers laying around from this time period, you're covered. You're covered. It's like, man, with this kind of heat output, it's like the possibilities are endless of what you could cook on here. Wow. We're 22 minutes into this video and this thing is still going. 22 minutes in since the time I started recording. Since we actually turned this thing on and started cooking with it. This is all that's left of the bologna. I tell you guys, every piece that comes off there, if you grab it by hand, it's so hot you can't hold on to it for long. It cooked that entire piece, with the exception of a little bitty bit that I actually ate before I cooked the rest of it. Oh, the aroma of fried bologna. I'm actually going to go get another piece of bologna. Okay, I loaded some fresh batteries in the camera, And we have a whole nother slice of Oscar Mayer bologna. Is this the Prescott that will not die? It's a good question. Only one thing to do is to keep on going. It's heating back up. I have to say, this Intel stove rapidly gets up to temperature as well. And just like that, the aroma of fresh fried bologna is back. So you can count on your Intel stove to heat up faster than your frying pan. Just sticking to the dang fork. Notice the power supply fan's ramping up like it's getting warm. I have no idea how much current this processor's pulling in its current state. Yeah, air coming out of the power supply fan is actually a little bit warmer than ambient. I think it's drawing in hot air off the CPU actually. That's why it's getting warm. It's like, man, heat output is continuing to be strong. How amazing is that? Is it dead? I think it's dead, guys. Holy cow, it held in there for a while. Yeah, it's done. It's saying that it's like 78 degrees Celsius right now. Let me power cycle it one more time. Yeah, guys, it's dead. That thing held in for a long freaking time. How amazing. How amazing is that? And here's the VRM. Actually, I can actually hear the sound of the VRM on the motherboard. The familiar sound it makes when the CPU has died. Trust me, I remember. There is so much freaking grease residue on this board. It is everywhere. Wow. That is amazing. Let's get you guys a close look at that processor. There you go. Look at all the buildup that's on there. You might be wondering how it smells in here. It actually does not smell like burnt electronics at all. It smells like a kitchen. It smells like they just fried a bunch of bologna on the stove. All that bologna. Some of it's done cooled off, but time to go and eat this stuff. Love the taste of fried bologna. You can't beat it. Can't believe a computer processor managed to hang on long enough to fry a whole slice at least. That is awesome. I'm going to take a picture. I should have took a picture before. Take a picture while I still have a few slices there. Take a few pictures right quick. Jeez. Oh, it really shows up good on flash. Yeah. See how I see the CPU is still extremely hot. It's actually cooled down a bit. Wow. I'm gonna finish off this bologna. Tastes just like your regular old bologna. Should have brought some mustard in here, but I forgot. Oh well. How incredible is that? Let's go and pull the processor out of the socket, or at least attempt to. Try not to get any crumbs down on top of the socket. And it comes right out of the socket just fine. There's the bottom side of our processor. There's actually a little bit of residue on there. Probably from getting so hot. Amazing. Let's look at the residue, will you? Let's look at that. What a great stove. Only thing is it doesn't last very long. It does die out pretty quickly. It held in much longer than the Celeron 1.8 did back in 2010. How amazing. And just to confirm that our board VRM still does work, I got this Pentium 4, 2 gigahertz. No, I'm sorry, 1.6 gigahertz. Drop it in there. Let's go see if it heats up. Well, of course it does, but not nearly the rate of that Celeron D. So the board still actually works. Well, not as a computer main board, but the VRM still does heat up the processor. Yeah, the camera was like way out of focus there. Sorry about that. How amazing. I'm going to take one more picture and we're going to go ahead and end our video. So one thing I'm sure I hope you learned from this video is why it's important that you keep your CPU cooler well attached. When you go to install it, make sure you apply the thermal paste really well. Modern CPUs do have thermal shutoff built in. However, in the case of this Celeron D and other processors I've witnessed, it does not work when there's no RAM installed in the motherboard. And apparently it seemed like in the beginning of the video, at first it seemed like it was trying to throttle off, but I kept shutting off and restoring power to it, and eventually it just kept on heating up, and it turned into this wonderful cooking and this amazing cooking appliance we have right here. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was Cooking with Intel, episode 5. The very stubborn and durable Prescott Celeron D processor. Hey everybody, I sure hope you guys enjoyed this video from Q Computer Channel. Remember to like the video, subscribe to Q Computer Channel for more updates, and remember to tick the bell so you actually get notified of these updates. Did you know that I am also on a second channel that's CubeComp MTDX? Over there you'll find videos of bicycling, weather, elevators, and all sorts of other neat and interesting stuff. Feel free to subscribe to that channel as well. And again, I thank you for your support, and thanks for watching this video.